Well, we're now live on our YouTube channel. Hopefully the audio is not playing up tonight and working fine. We'll be getting underway at around 8:10, so I'll give you time to register with that PIN code there, 36776. Welcome if you've just joined us. Our Spy Rights quiz getting underway in around 10 minutes time. If you've not played before, you need to use a device to go on to buzzerpad.com and put in your username as you'd like it to appear, and then the PIN number shown on the screen there, 36776, and importantly you need to tap the screen once you've inputted that number, otherwise you won't be registered. So tap the screen once you put in the PIN code 36776. Multiple choice as always, questions put together by Phil Tooley, and this week it's a current stadium special. Of course now the Technique Stadium, but questions relating to when it was initially the B2 Net and then the Proact Stadium. So a current stadium special tonight. I'm testing questions once again from Phil, but it is multiple choice, so you do have a chance of getting it right. And remember, the quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. So if you've got no clue, then the best advice is just to press as quickly as possible. And we're now up to the 3-figure mark. That's great to see. Might lose a few people tonight with it being such nice weather out there. Perhaps people sat out in the garden. But good to see so many people still taking part during this lockdown period. Every Wednesday night, of course, the Spy Rights quiz. So we'll get underway at around about 10 minutes past 8, so just under 10 minutes to go. And you need that PIN code shown on the screen there, 36776, and then tap the screen. Doesn't matter where you tap it. I think if you tap it on the finger or one of the letters, and that will register you for tonight's quiz. Kurt CFC, the man to beat, the winner last week by some margin. So can Kurt go for back-to-back victories tonight? Okay folks, we're nearing the start. In around 6 or 7 minutes time we'll be getting underway with tonight's Spy Rights quiz. Just had a quick look at the live stream on YouTube. Plenty of people getting, making comments on the live chat section, and Phil is on there to answer some queries. Always possible for me to take a look while the actual quiz is underway. I do get a chance to glance occasionally. So hope you're all having a good time at the moment. Good to welcome you back once again for the Spirats quiz. Over 150 taking part tonight. As I suspected, perhaps a little lower than usual because of the weather, but still great to see over 150 people wanting to take part. Some great feedback once again. Thanks very much for the messages, for people talking about how much they enjoy the quizzes from the Spirats quiz, which you have tonight, then Chester's quiz for kids on Saturday mornings, and then the Sunday afternoon fun family quiz. We're trying to keep people entertained during this difficult period, so around about 5 minutes time. Just a reminder that if you've just joined us and tapped in that pin code there, 36776, don't forget to tap the screen as well. It will show you then that you're registered to take part tonight, so do tap that screen once you've put in the pin code. If you do get a chance to take a look at the live chat on the YouTube channel, always good to see some of the comments on there. Thanks to Gary Steele for his thanks to both myself and Phil for putting the quiz on, and I'll add my thanks to that, as I will do at the end. I think with all the technical issues last week, I forgot to give my thanks to Phil, and of course to Tina Jenner, the club photographer, providing some great images for use in the quizzes as well. So thanks Gary for those kind words. And Phil says he's already done next week's questions. Loves doing it, and likewise here. An hour away from the missus, says Carl Jakes. Like it. That's the only reason why I do it. Don't tell Mrs. J that. Especially as I'm using her treatment room as my Studio One temporarily. So a few minutes to go. Don't forget to tap the screen once you put in the pin code, which is 36776. And we'll be taking a regular look at the leaderboard, as we always do, to add to the excitement, to see how people are getting on. Multiple choice as always, so you do have a chance to get it right even if you've got no idea about the answer. And it's against the clock. You'll see the clock ticking down and the points as well doing the same, going down as the clock goes down. So the quicker you answer, the more points you stand to gain. Thanks, Paul. Yeah, I've got a text message from somebody who I thought was a friend saying you could do with some treatment. That's in response to my treatment room mention. Yeah, thanks, Paul. So yeah, we're just a minute or so away from starting, so great that we're so near to 200 people. I'm making it now 179 on the screen, so little lower than we have been getting, but I think that's understandable given the weather. We're now up to 180. Final reminder to tap the screen once you've put in your PIN code, which is on the screen there, 36776. Tap the screen, whether it's on the finger or any of the letters, and that will see you registered to take part. A reminder that last week's winner was Kurt CFC. So can Kurt go and complete back-to-back victories tonight? So getting underway in just a moment. If you've just joined us, just time to register. Put in that PIN code 36776. Tap the screen and we'll be underway in just a moment. The clock has ticked to 8:10, so without further ado, we will get underway. Okay, so should we take a look? First of all, let's see who's taking part. Emma Tooley, welcome to you, Emma. Katie, the Cots, Daisy, Isolated Grandparents, Till Fooley, a regular now. South Normo Spyrite, Dunk Fletcher, another regular. Randy Bob's True Blue Service Crew, they're the first 10. So some familiar names, yes, and we have the defending champion, the number 19 at the moment, Kurt CFC, won last week. Well done once again to you for that. And I'm sure we've got one or two other former champions taking part as well. I've seen on the stream on YouTube Westbar Spyrite, who was of course a back-to-back winner a few weeks ago. I'm sure he's taking part. And yep, some of the names there. Edgers, welcome to Zoe and family. No Pembo, no party. Travel Man, Moondog, Chester the CFC Mouse. All names we've seen before. Mrs. Tommy Lee, I Wish. And in fact, I think we had just seen there. Oh, Samba Skills. No, there was another one I was looking for. Slightly inappropriate name. That always catches my eye. So, okay, shall we get underway? Whether you've seen your name so far or not, we'll take a look down the leaderboard as we go along. So let's get underway. So which player made his Spyrite's league debut as a playing substitute in the first ever competitive match played at the B2Net Stadium? Was it Jack Hunt, Scott Griffiths, Ian Morris or Dean Morgan? So it's the player who made his league debut for the Spyrites as a substitute in the first ever competitive match at the B2Net. As it was then, Jack Hunt, Scott Griffiths, Ian Morris or Dean Morgan. If you're playing for the first time, you'll see the timer going down on the top left hand side and the points going down at the same time on the top right, and then the three figures next to that shows the number of people who've answered. So 179 people who've put in answers. We've got a few latecomers, a few late coming to the party. Scott Griffiths, the answer. So how many people put Scott Griffiths? 51. Dean Morgan, the most popular answer. So who is the early leader tonight? So MJ Wolovitz, and then Dwarf and Alex Green. That's the top three. So on to question 2. Who was the first player to score a competitive hat-trick at the B2Net? Was it Jack Lester, Craig Davis, Danny Whitaker or Dean Smalley? So looking for the first to score a competitive hat-trick at the B2Net. Either Jack Lester, Craig Davis, Danny Whitaker or Dean Smalley. The numbers shooting up as people answer. Now over 150 have answered so far. 20 seconds left. A reminder as well, make sure your live stream on the YouTube channel is right to the end of the bar. If you're lagging behind a little, it could cost you dearly in terms of points. Few seconds left. And the answer, Danny Whitaker. That was in the 4-0 win over Hereford United. How many people put Danny Whitaker? 40 got that right. So let's take a look. Kurt CFC jumps to the top. The reigning champion is there by a point ahead of BJ and then Powers Blue. On to question 3. Craig Davis is pictured here scoring his first goal at the B2 net. But who are the opponents? Crewe Alexandra, Middlesbrough, Cheltenham Town or Lincoln City? That's a photo of Craig Davis scoring his first goal at the B2 net. But who are the opponents? Crewe, Middlesbrough, Cheltenham or Lincoln? 20 seconds left. Time running out now. And the answer, Lincoln City. That was the 4th home match of the season. 2-1 win, 4th of September 2010. So how many people put Lincoln City? Well, Crewe, the most popular answer, but 40 going for Lincoln. So how's that affected things? Powers Blue goes to the top. So Kurt CFC drops down to 3rd. And Bellatrix Lespirite in 2nd place, Moss CFC, and then Sammy. Okay, on to the next question. Who was the first opponent to score at the new stadium who would subsequently go on to play for Chesterfield? Was it Ched Evans, Mark Richards, Jay O'Shea, or Romy Bocco? So we're looking for the first one who scored for the opponents at the new stadium, but who then subsequently went on to play for the Spirites. Was that Ched Evans, Mark Richards, Jay O'Shea or Romy Bocco? And we have 15 seconds left. Make sure your stream is right to the end. A few people running out of time. It's got 187 though answering. Ched Evans, who scored in Sheffield United's 1-0 win in the 2nd season, November 2011. So how many people put Ched Evans? Only 33. Mark Richards, the most popular answer. So what's that done at the top of the leaderboard? Powers Blue, 108. Moss CFC. And then Bellatrix Lespirite, the defending champion, Kurt CFC, in 4th place. Let's take a quick look further down. Another former champion I've spotted there, 21st place, Jay Wheeler, won a few weeks ago. And also we got, looking for some former winners if I can find them. Just quickly going down the list. Can you see your name amongst those? Okay, let's move on with the next question. So, who is next in this sequence? Dwayne Mattis, Drew Talbot, Mark Allett, Neil Trotman, Chris Atkinson. Who's next? Tom Anderson, Charlie Raglan, Alex Whitmore, or Dion Donoghue? So look at that list. Can you work out the sequence? Who should be next in that list? Either Tom Anderson, Charlie Raglan, Alex Whitmore, or Dion Donoghue? Tricky one. And we have 15 seconds remaining, so quickly get in your answer before we run out of time. Most people able to answer. Charlie Raglan was the answer, scoring. It was an own goal sequence, so Charlie Raglan 51. So how's that affected the top? Powers Blue still at the top, but Fishy is in 2nd place and Moss CFC in 3rd. On to question 6. So this image shows the team entering the field of play on the occasion of Jack Lester's first game as manager. But who were the opponents? Was it Cheltenham Town, Morecambe, Rotherham United or Yeovil Town? So the opponents for Jack Lester's first game as manager. You can see there the mascot Pippa with Tommy Lee. Who were the opponents that day? Cheltenham, Morecambe, Rotherham or Yeovil? Time running out now. And Cheltenham Town it was, 30th of September 2017. And a 2-0 defeat. So how many people put Cheltenham Town? Oh, by some way the most popular answer. Over 100 of you getting that right. So leaderboard. Kurt CFC goes back to the top. The reigning champion. Doing well once again. A 1-point lead over Powers Blue. Then Bellatrix L'Aspirite. Moss CFC. And then Dippy. Stromedy, YT, Snez, Addy Gord, Fishy, and then BJ. That's the top 10. Further down, former champion Jay Wheeler, 20th place. And the early leader, MJ Wolovitz, now 16th. On to question 7. Which of these players played the fewest competitive minutes for Chesterfield at the new stadium? Was it Jack Fitzwater, Liam Mandeville, Ricky German, or Micah Evans? So look at those and see who has played the fewest competitive minutes. Micah Evans, just 49 minutes in 2 sub-appearances at the new stadium in 2012. So how many people put Micah Evans? 78. I'm guessing Mandeville was my error in not replacing somebody, but 4 went for him anyway. But 78 was the, well, D was the answer. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Is Kurt CFC at the top? Still is, by 4 points. From Bellatrix L'Aspirite, Stromedy YT in 3rd place. So, on we move to question 8. Of the players who made their Chesterfield debut since the stadium move, which one has appeared the most for the Spirites? Tendai Darikwa, Jay O'Shea, Sam Hurd, or Danny Whitaker? So, which one of those has made the most appearances for the Spirites at the new stadium? Either Tendai Darikwa, Jay O'Shea, Sam Hurd, or Danny Whitaker? "15 seconds left. And the answer is Sam Hurd. 203 league appearances, 43rd in the all-time list. So, many people put Sam Hurd? Oh, very popular answer. Again, over 100 people getting that right. So, is Kurt CFC still at the top? Stromedy YT is there, followed by Kurt CFC and Bellatrix L'Aspirite. On to question 9. Who is this former Spirite? Look at the photo. It's either Jacob Brown, Zach Jules, Marshall Willock, or Giles Coke. So look at the photo and decide who is that former Spirite. It's either Jacob Brown, Zach Jules, Marshall Willock, or Giles Coke? "15 seconds left. Few seconds remain. Quickly get in an answer. And the answer, Giles Coke. So how many people got Giles Coke right? Oh, most of it. 131. 13 going for Jacob Brown, 28 for Zach Jules, and 13 for Marshall Willock. So, has that changed anything at the top? Well, Kurt CFC goes back to the top, head of Stromedy YT, who drops down to 6th place. Bellatrix Laspara, and then Ted Bovis. Ted Bovis, what a great name, in 3rd place. So, Kurt CFC doing well once again after winning last week. Let's take a quick look further down. Westbar Spyrite was looking for earlier, 43rd place. Not sure if we've got Dave Waller playing tonight. He made his debut with the quiz last week. Another former winner there, Zeus in 71st. So, just quickly look down there. Can't see Dave. Perhaps he's gone out for a walk on this rather pleasant evening. Okay, what happened for the first time ever at the B2Net Stadium on March 11th, 2011? Was it the first England Age Group International, a beer festival, Chester's Den opening, or blood donor session? So we're looking for one of those options. Was the first time it ever happened at the B2Net Stadium on March 11th, 2011. Was it an England Age Group International played there for the first time? Was it the beer festival? Was it Chester's Den opening? Or a blood donor session for the first time? And we have 15 seconds left. So quickly get in your answer. And the answer is Beer Festival. Did you see there? The 2-day Beer 2Net Festival featured over 50 Derbyshire brewed beers plus a stand from a brewery in Chesterfield's twin town of Darmstadt. Did you go to the Beer Festival at the B2Net? How many people got that right? B is what we're looking for, and only 31. A lot of them thinking it was the first England Age Group International. So Phil catching you out with that one. So is Kurt CFC still the leader? No, Bellatrix Laspyrite goes to the top, Ted Bovis, and then Emma Tooley in 3rd place. First time I think we've seen Emma in the top 3. Kurt CFC, 4th place now, no clue. Certainly has a clue, doing pretty well. G, Sample Skills, Stromedy YT, Dwarf, and then Carlos. That is the top 10. Going into question 11, who scored his only league goal for Chesterfield in the 4-3 win over Accrington Stanley when Paul Cook was manager of the visitors? Was it Terrell Forbes, Sam Togwell, Mark Randall, or Neil Trotman? So we're looking for player who scored his only league goal for Chesterfield in the 4-3 win over Accrington, and Paul Cook was the manager of the visitors. Either Terrell Forbes, Sam Togwell, Mark Randall, or Neil Trotman. 15 seconds left. And the answer is Terrell Forbes. Also scored in the FA Cup win, 6-1 against Hartlepool. How many people put Terrell Forbes? Most popular answer was 62. So the leaderboard, Bellatrix Laspyrite, and then Ted Bovis. And the reigning champion in 3rd place, Kurt CFC. So in which year did the Chesterfield FC Memorial Garden open? Was it 2013, 2014, 2015 or 2016? So that was when the Memorial Garden opened in 2013, 2014, 2015 or 2016. Ten seconds left, so quickly get in your answer if you've not already done so. And the answer 2014, formally opened September 2014 with Jamie Hewitt and Ernie Moss cutting the ceremonial ribbon. So how many people put 2014? Most popular answer with 80, but 66 going for 2015. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. And still at the top, Bellatrix Lasparite, but Kurt CFC, the reigning champion, edges out Ted Bovis into third place. So tight competition right at the top there. And SC Spirit Harry doing well in sixth place. Good to see you taking part. Also playing in the Chester's quiz as well. So we have question 13. Who is the youngest player to have appeared in a competitive first team game for Chesterfield at the new stadium? Ife Ofawegbu, Charlie Wakefield, Levi Amanchi or Joshua Coyote? So the youngest player to have appeared in a competitive first team game for Chesterfield at the new stadium, of course now the Technique Stadium. So Ife Ofawegbu, Charlie Wakefield, Levi Amanchi or Joshua Coyote? And 15 seconds remain. And the answer is Ife Ofawegbu. He was 16 years and 273 days in the... He played in the Checker Trade Trophy against Accrington. So how many people put Ife? 47, but Charlie Wakefield and Levi Amanchi, both more popular answers. So is Bellatrix still at the top? Yes, ahead of Kurt CFC and then Ted Bovis, so an unchanged top three there. We go to 14. Who scored the last goal at the stadium before football was suspended? Was it John Stead, Jack Muldoon, George Thompson or Josh Falkingham? So the scorer of the last goal at the stadium before we had the suspension of football, either John Stead, Jack Muldoon, George Thompson or Josh Falkingham. 20 seconds left. Good to see we're regularly getting around about 180 people answering. Few seconds remain. And the answer, Jack Muldoon in the last minute to win the game 4-3 for Harrogate. So how many people put Jack Muldoon? B is what we're looking for. Slightly the most popular answer ahead of John Stead. So is Bellatrix Lasparite still our leader? Yes, by 20 points from Kurt CFC, the reigning champion. So he's not going to give up without a fight. Ted Bovis still in third place. Lee doing well, did well in one of the early, in fact, might have been the very first quiz we did. I think finished second or third, so well done to you. So we go on to question 15. Tommy Lee and Sam Morsey on opposite sides in Tommy's testimonial, but how many times did they play together for Chesterfield's first team in competitive games at the new stadium? 22, 32, 42 or 52? Well, very tricky one. Trying to work out how many times Tommy Lee and Sam Morsey played together in competitive games at the new stadium? Either 22, 32, 42 or 52. And the answer is 52. So how many people put 52? Second most popular answer. And let's take a look at the leaderboard. Has the top three changed at all? Well, still Bellatrix Lasparite, 20 points ahead of Kurt CFC, and then Ted Bovis are unchanged in the top three. Let's take a quick look further down. See if you can see yourself as we go into the final few questions. We'll take a longer look when we get to the end of the quiz. Some familiar names and some new ones as well. So don't forget to spread the word. Tell people about the Spirites quiz on Wednesday nights. 16. What was the attendance at the championship clinching game against Fleetwood in 2014? Was it 9,073, 9,730, 9,307 or 9,037? So we're looking for the attendance for the game which saw the title clinched against Fleetwood in 2014, either 9073, 9730, 9307 or 9037. "15 seconds remain. And the answer is 9,037. So D is what we're looking for. How many people got that right? Well, the least popular answer. So has that changed things at the top? Still we have Bellatrix Lasparite, followed by Kurt CFC and Ted Bovis. So it's as you were. I think Lee made up a bit of ground there in 4th place. Failed Madness also doing well in 9th. So on to question 17. Who came on as a sub for Jack Lester in his triumphal final performance for the club? 4-0 win over Exeter in April 2013. Danny Whitaker, Alex Henshaw, Armand Nanjouet or Jacob Hazel? So who was it who came on to replace the legendary Jack Lester in his final appearance, that 4-0 win over Exeter in April 2013? Either Danny Whitaker, Alex Henshaw, Armand Nanjouet or Jacob Hazel? And 15 seconds remain. Time running out now to get in an answer. The answer, Alex Henshaw, the 75th minute replacement for Jack. How many people got that right? 29 of you. 86 going for Armand, 42 for Jacob Hazel. So let's take a look now at the leaderboard to see if anything has changed in the top three. Well, Bellatrix Lasparite still there. Kurt CFC in second and Lee now in 3rd place ahead of Ted Bovis, who's been up there for quite a while. So in which order did these Spirites pictured at the Ernie Moss charity match make their Spirites debut? Is it Davis, Lester, Allett, Lester, Allett, Davis, Davis, Allett, Lester or Allett, Davis, Lester? So see the 3 former players there. In which order did they make their debut for the Spirites? Either Davis, Lester, Allett, Lester, Allett, Davis, Davis, Allett, Lester or Allett, Davis, Lester? See if you can get your head around that. to work out the order. And 10 seconds remain on the clock. And the answer is Alec Davis Leicester. That was the order of them making the debut for the club. So D is what we're looking for. And slightly the most popular answer. Yeah, 64 going for that. 55 for C, 42 for B, and 18 for A. So leaderboard time. Bellatrix Laspirite still at the top. Kurt CFC in second and Lee in third. So it's a very tight contest at the top. No runaway leader. Still catchable as we go into the penultimate question. There were 50 competitive games played at the new stadium in the first 2 seasons. But how many of them ended 0-0? Was it 0, 1, 2 or 3? So we're looking at the amount of goalless draws played at the stadium in the first 2 seasons. That's 50 competitive games. Was it 0? Was it 1? Was it 2? Or was it 3? "15 seconds remain. And the answer is 1. That was against Leyton Orient in the 27th game. So B was the answer. And the second most popular answer, 86 of you going for 2. 28 for 0, 21 for 3. So fair spread of answers there. Is Bellatrix Laspirite still our leader? Yes, ahead of Kurt CFC and Lee in third place. So still the same top 3, but Curtis Boots, I think, moving up to 4th. And then Frasdog making up ground. Carlos as well. Ted Bovis dropping down to 7th place. Samble Skills and Sammy and Moss CFC. That's the top 10. So as we go into the final question, who scored the first National League penalty at the Pro Act? Marc-Antoine Fortuné, Zavon Hines, Scott Bowden or Brad Walker? So the scorer of the first National League penalty at the Pro Act, Marc-Antoine Fortuné, Zavon Hines, Scott Bowden or Brad Walker? This is going to decide it. So for so long we've had Bellatrix Laspirite as the leader. Can they hold on, or is Kurt CFC going to make it back-to-back victories? A few seconds left. And the answer, Marc-Antoine Fortuné. That was in the 3-0 win over Aldershot. So how many people got that right? Popular answer, but not the most popular. Zavon Hines garnering 74 votes. Scott Bowden with 39. Brad Walker with 9. So now it's the time where we discover who has won tonight's quiz. So we're going to start off as we do in third place this evening. Carlos is in third. In second place, Kurt CFC, the reigning champion, runner-up tonight, and tonight's winner is Bellatrix Laspirite. So well done to you. Further down, Ted Bovis had a good night, finishing 4th, Frasdog 5th, Lee, Moss CFC, Sammy, Curtis Boots, and then Dippy. That's the top 10. Further down we go. Kevin Wagg, regular competitor, doing well tonight, 14th. True Blue Service Crew, Alex Green, Veiled Madness as well in 19th. Further down, you will be able to take a look later on the replay on YouTube. Boca Seniors, who won the other week, dramatic last gasp victory, but 32nd place tonight. Zeus, winner of the very first one in 34th. Tilfurley there, Tibby Spyrite. Backheaders, regular players. Sorry if I don't give you a mention. Too many to mention by name. Emma Tulu was doing well at one point. Dropped down to 53rd. Westbar Spyrite, back-to-back winner in the past. Around 54th place. SC Spyrite Harry, regular player. No Pembo, no party. Still we go down there. Jay Wheeler, former winner. Travel Man. Dunk Fletcher as well. All regular competitors, as is Megs. Bucko as well. Zoe's uncle. Plenty of regular players now. So we'll go down to the 100+ mark. So you can look at your leisure later on. Just take a look on our YouTube channel. You'll be able to see where you ended up. Difficult to really take a look at all the screens closely because of the time it takes to do that, but just a whiz through. I think at the bottom we had a few people might have joined late and perhaps struggling to make a proper connection. So we had, well, over 100, I'd say around 180 competing. Yeah, still we've got people there who scored, but might be that they've dropped out because of connection issues and have not scored too many. So we had 191 register, but clearly connection issues, I'd imagine, for the bottom three. I can't see them getting them all wrong. So Bellatrix Spyrite, congratulations once again, tonight's winner. Kurt CFC, another great performance after winning last week, and then Carlos in third. A reminder about Kids Quiz on Saturday morning, that's from 11 AM. Same format, multiple choice, again on the YouTube channel. And then on Sunday afternoon, the Fun Family Quiz from around 5 PM on Sunday. So please do join us for one of those. And also spread the word, let people know about the quizzes. And we hope you can join us again this time next week. Well, from around 8 o'clock. Phil will once again be setting the questions. Thanks once again to Phil Tooley for some superb questions once more. And also, of course, Tina Jenner, the club photographer, for some of her images that were used tonight. So very much appreciated all your efforts. So hopefully you can join us for our next quizzes. Also a reminder that we'll be showing a classic match again on Saturday afternoon on YouTube Premiere from around 3 PM. They've been very popular, so we will be showing another match. But in the meantime, as we always say, stay safe and take care. Thanks for joining us.